Mahadev ki jai. Dear friends, can you feel every hair on your body standing on end? Are Nagendra Haraya Trilochanaya Bhasmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shudhaya Digambaraye Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya Yagya Swarupaya Jatadharaya Pinakahastaya Sanatanaya Divyaya Devaya Are Digambaraya Tasmai Yakaraya Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya. You're listening to the program Shanti Vandana on the first, the finest, 103 FM. It's now 25 minutes after 5 in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And today we are dancing in the glories, in the rhythm, the damaru of Bhagavan Shiva. Shiv Chalisa tells us, friends, Bhal Chandrama Sohatani ke, Are Kanana Kundala Nagapani ke, Anga Gaur Shira Ganga Bahaye, Munda Mal Tan Chari Lagaye. The auspicious moon reposes upon the forehead of Bhagavan Shiva. Are Kanana Kundala Nagapanike. The snakes are coiled as his earrings. His body's complexion is fair with the Ganga, river Gangama flowing upon his jata on his head. Are Anga Gaur Shira Ganga Bahai Munda Mal. Are Munda Mal Tan Char Lagaye. And his neck is garlanded by a lace of skulls. His body, my friends, smeared with ashes. Umapati Are Mahadev ki jai. Dear friends, I take you to the Shiv Mahapurani, the Rudra Samhita, where Parvati's parents, Himavat, and his wife, Maina Devi, they were having a very simple family conversation. And one day, Narad Muniji, the great time traveler Narad Muniji, he came and he visited. And when he saw this very beautiful young girl, this Kanya, at the home of Himavat and Maina, friends, he decided to read the future, the planets, the horoscope of beautiful Parvati Ma. And in Shiv Mahapuran, Rudra Samhita, Sukji Maharaj tells, Are yogi nagno guno kami matra tata vivarjitaha amano shivam vishve vasyaha pati pasya kile drishaha. He tells us, he's looking at the hands of Parvati Devi, this young girl, and he says, parents, how blessed you are. I have good news and I also have bad news. Dear friends, he says to the parents, he says, I'm looking at the marks, the lines on the palm of Parvati. She is no ordinary girl. She is Adi Shakti manifested. She is the Amba, Jagadamba Devi Ma manifested as your daughter. He did not tell his parents that she was once Sati, the consort of Shiva. But what he said to the parents, this is what he said. He says, she will one day she will no longer be just your daughter, but she would realize who she is as Adi Shakti Ma, and she would become equivalent to the highest form of Shakti in this world. But there's bad news. There is some bad news also. Narad Munji is telling to the parents, he says, but I'm seeing here her husband. He would be like that naked yogi walking around this earth. He would be walking around with hacked off skulls around his neck. He would be wearing the snake around his body, around his neck. His jata, his hair would be knotted and in a mat on top of his head. He would be wearing that jata. He would be smearing his entire body with the ashes of the cremation ground. Are Himachal, Are Himavat, Are Maina, this is the fate. This is the husband that your daughter will one day have. Dear friends, Bhagavan Shiva's description in this very beautiful chopai of Shiv Chalisa, Bhal Chandrama Sohatni ke Kanana Kundala Nagapani ke Anga Gaur Shira Ganga Bahaye Munda Mal Tan Char Lagaye. Dear friends, Shiv Bhagwan is really beautifully described here in this Chopai as the one who is simple. Dear friends, have we forgotten what it is to be simple? When was the last time that you literally had a hearty laugh? Ask yourself that this morning. When last you really went back to being like a child, not childish, but childlike. You see, friends, many of us, as we grow up, as we grow old, as we become so-called educated and civilized, how many of us have forgotten the very beautiful, simple aspects of life? You see, we get so caught up in this world with providing for a family, providing for children, going to work, ensuring that we provide roti, kapra or makhan, all of these things for a family. But sometimes we forget what it is to be simple. Dear friends, you see, when we do Gauri Ma Puja on the Bedi, Gauri Ma Puja represents the ability to be contented. Gauri Ma represents Santosh. The gobar, the little round mound of gobar that is placed on the Bedi, represents the blessings of Santosh, of contentment. You see, today, in this fast world that we live in, children of Shanti Vandana, many of us are chasing after high standards of living. But you know what? It is at the expense of a good quality of life. I say that again. Many of us are chasing after a high standard of living, but at the expense of a good quality of life. The quality of your life, my friends, is determined by the quality of your thoughts. Anga gaure shire ganga bahai, are munda mal tane chare lagai. Dear friends, please join with us on this very beautiful Sunday morning at 31 minutes after 5 on Shanti Vandana. Please join as we continue to feel the Damaru of Bhagavan Shiva.